Yeah. About to go to the gym. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know. I might try to I might try to just uh try to have a case with this mental illness thing, and just get get back get back on Social Security and um disability, just to stop being such a liar. It's just I don't know. I can't really describe how uh just shitty it is to just, go along with this shit. So I don't know. Yeah, basically I don't know. I was about to call a suicide hotline and just try to have a conversation with one of those people. They never really work out because you just get it just gets to the point where you're like, okay, you gotta, either go to the hospital, or you gotta like call the cops or go to the hospital, or whatever you need to do. You can't really get any therapeutic. You don't really get any therapeutic value out of talking to somebody from the suicide hotline. So basically, my plan is to just be, in complete control, like, pay my phone bill and all this stuff, because my parents still are enabling me. I think that is the appropriate word to use. I mean, they're just, in my life, it's okay, but I don't, want to be 26 living on my own and stuff, and they're still paying my phone bill, or my internet, or whatever it is. Even my car insurance so basically, I just don't like the idea of inheriting, this, this other, this other, source of income. So I want to actually have my own income. So I guess the whole, um, premise of reality for me right now is that, uh, the government is there. So I'm, trying to just like fight this whole, just this conspiracy paranoid side of me, and just actually be truthful, for once. So I used to always say, like, I'm hearing voices and stuff like that. So I don't want to like just deny, that fact that something in my brain altered, and I was starting to think, basically, or starting to just critically analyze, like, different situations in my life and stuff like that. So I wasn't, doing anything for myself, really. I was just out to, provide some sort of satisfaction for somebody else. Like, it was like my parents had done something, or my mom had done something. My mom had done, something for me, so now I have to do something for her. That was like the type of thing going into the past 2 years for me. Um, so yeah, I can't really get on the bandwagon of I need to go to work if I shouldn't have to go to work. Or if I should go to work, I should actually be doing something that is productive. Now, I'm basically just saying I want to take control of my situation, and just, try to um just be in complete control of my situation, more so than have people say, like, I have to, there's something better than this or something, because I know there isn't really anything better than this. Um, and I just mean that in the way because I have experience in just being completely alone, or having, that's not entirely true. I mean, I had a woman in my life in 2016 when I uh became disabled and everything, mentally disabled, and I mean, however you want to look at it, but so it's not so much it's not so much, like what the hell do I do with my time? It's just how do I, get out of this, or how do I get out? How do I like get out this time? This guy used to say like you're just looking for the easy way. You're just looking for the easy way out. I mean, I don't see any honor at all, in this situation, especially if I'm just inheriting. If I just continually inherit money, so I basically just don't want to be that guy. Like I don't mind receiving a gift like my car, you know, um, and then having it be mine, or it's paid. My car is paid off, but I wasn't in control when like my dad or my mom or whoever was like out looking for it or on Craigslist or whatever they had to do. Like so, I just want to actually make more. I just want to have more of an influence on my life. I don't want to be so influenced by other people's lives, basically. So, yeah, and then another thing, like, with the vasectomy, like, I don't want to get the vasectomy pretty much. I don't really want to, put it any simpler than that. I just don't really see a reason. I just, yeah, I don't see a reason to justify, my sex hormone or anything like that. What happens is I'll eat a lot of food and then I'll get horny, um, and masturbate. That's what happens a lot. So, it's just like fasting or intermittent fasting is something that I would like to do. I mean, at least, just until I get down in weight or something. Like I'm not saying, I mean, I just think I'm addicted to, yeah, I just think I'm addicted to, like, pornography and, just, just, cigarettes or whatever. Um, alcohol. Yeah, so, um, but yeah, it's like masturbation to, pornography. I mean, so, and there's this other thing too, I'm not, like the barometer or something of my existence with, this, shit going on with, my parents paying, my dad, paying for my living expenses or whatever, being sent off to rehab and stuff like that, all that college tuition money that went towards rehab or whatever the hell that is. And now it's still coming out of my college tuition, it's just to pay my phone bill or something like that. I just think it's totally absurd. You know what I mean? I just think it's totally absurd. So, I don't want to have to just keep doing this. And I would just, uh, like supporting that and not have to like call a suicide fucking hotline. But yeah, I mean, like topics of like celibacy and fasting are not really something that I'm inspired to talk about. Never really was. It was sort of something that was like tattooed on me through basically like the slothness of my mentality, like being unable to actually enable myself to do anything, just being fucking enabled. And yeah, that fucking sucks. So, just to go about this in a different way, just just take responsibility for the process of my life and life itself, and then try to come out on the other end, not freezing to death or something like that. So Yeah, it's a pretty disgusting world, but I don't see why, you know, yeah, it's a disgusting it's like the light at the end of the tunnel, is filled with like skeletons, like Jeepers Creepers skeletons. Like it's like Jeepers Creepers tunnel, and there's light at the end of the tunnel, you know. So so dark. It's just so, half-assed fucking uh stranger, you know, this whole like this I'd watch this channel called Stranger Than Fiction News. Well, I mean, it was just a guy. It was just this guy, and he had this, idea, Stranger Than Fiction News, and he was just such a conservative Christian, and yeah, it's just, there's no way to just outthink the heightened thought. You just, you can't outrun your fate. So yeah, just yeah, it just, life doesn't seem livable, and it's just a constant, bear witness to my, you know, whatever, all of this, generic feeling or status, and all of that stuff. And when you uh subsidize so much of that in your life through being enabled, you're just against all of this hypocrisy and all of this stuff. So I mean, at least only working half the amount I should be working, I can actually see that. But I don't want to go down as a liar. I mean, that's basically just it. So yeah.